I've seen many people in social media platforms such as X and Reddit say that Smiling Friends' newest season, Season 3, has left them feeling underwhelmed and dissatisfied. And I couldn't disagree more. Smiling Friends, to my mind, has become better than ever with this brand new season, and here's why. Firstly, context. Smiling Friends started as a pilot episode, Desmond's Big Day Out, which premiered as a surprise on Adult Swim April 1st, 2020 as part of their April Fool's Day event. The pilot's success led to Adult Swim to order a full season, which officially premiered on January 8th, 2022. Series creators Zachary Hadel and Michael Cusack were merely online cartoonists posting animated shorts and sketches to sites such as Newgrounds and YouTube. People gravitating towards Zach as a creator because of his offbeat and heavily personal sense of humour combined with his insane drawing and animation ability.
Turn on the TV, they hit the Pentagon! They hit the fucking Pentagon!
And Cusack, his distinctive, rustic style and unique vision.
No holds barred and a chip on his shoulder, he's out to offend everybody.
Yeah, Gina Reinhardt, you know what I've got to say about her?
This creative combination of personalities led to an extremely engaging, witty and subversive pilot, and first and second seasons by extension. Listening to Zach and Michael speak about creating really does put into perspective how they have a good eye for what works.
It's like I said the last guy, man, you want to... here's the thing. You have all these great ideas that could be done really, really badly, and MS Painter, they could be done amazingly. It's not kind of talk until... No, serious. Get a hook. I think get a good tagline. That will convince people. But if you have to explain the whole backstory, that could be done well, or it could be done very poorly.
I'm more weirded at why you said talk like Donald Trump.
Talk, right? Talk.
Why does he get to go over but I get talked? I got the buzzer. Why can he talk? He was...
Season 3. The main thing myself and a lot of other people noticed when watching Smiling Friends' more recent episodes is how these broadly drawn, cartoony characters feel like real human beings with thoughts and emotions through what they say. However, this is not done to make the viewers believe they are watching a serious soap opera, quite frankly the opposite. The marriage between the realistic dialogue and these quirky, cartoony characters is why so many people gravitated towards Smiling Friends early on.
Are those photos of us?
Is that really what I look like, man? I need to lose weight immediately. That is really, really bad, dude.
The scene that left an impression on myself and a lot of other people being the scene where Mr. Frog returns to see his father, despite also being comedic at the same time. It's strangely profound.
She asked about you. Everyone does. Saw you on that TV show, eating that bug, or whatever it was. Then we all saw you become president. Everyone said to me, "Oh, how's your boy doing? You must be so proud of him." I would nod my head, but I didn't have the heart to tell him I was embarrassed.
It also feels like Zach and Michael have found their footing in terms of understanding the true ins and outs of each character. Charlie and Pim stick out in my mind as their personalities are a lot more defined and pinned down opposed to the early episodes. The animation. Despite this, cartoons aren't only about how they talk, it's also about how they look and move too. Smiling Friends' character layouts, drawn poses, and compositions have become a lot more ambitious opposed to the previous seasons, and I personally think it amplifies the humour of a situation.
That way.
I also enjoyed the subtle, brief mannerisms the characters do. When I saw Mole Man do a little heel kick after reassuring himself, I spat out my drink.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Mr. Mole Man. I personally think your penis is very nice and not disgusting at all. Really? Oh, wow. Thank you, kind stranger. Wow.
As usual, there is an experimental side to the animation, where different mediums are mixed together. An example that stuck out in my mind was the episode Silly Samuel, where a wacky 3D computer animated character goes into a breakdown based off the fact nobody takes him seriously, based off his appearance. The wacky 3D animation lends itself perfectly to conveying Samuel's frantic frustration. I also found it funny how they incorporated his 3D computer-generated design into the story of the episode.
There's just nothing we can do to change your appearance. For example, see this right here? You have what I would call a major artery. Starts right here around the crab claw. Yeah, look right here. Goes all the way up through your cheese body, straight up to the cuckoo clock on top of your head.
Moving on from season 1, it seems like Zach and Michael wanted to create far more interesting and elaborate storylines opposed to the basic structure of the show up until this point. For example, the most recent Mr. Frog episode was a profoundly emotional narrative detailing the sorrows and hardship of the character Mr. Frog. I also enjoyed how they decided to include Mr. Boss into the stories a lot more, opposed to him being reduced to mainly sight gags and morbid one-liners like he was before. He feels a lot more involved in the plots now.
Alan, we are so fucked.
Why?
I built this office 30 years ago without any permission from the city and used cheap laborers from the Enchanted Forest to do it.
I feel as if now the show has been expanded into something greater. To my mind, the show can stand on its own now and can be watched 5 years from now and still be looked back on fondly. I also applaud Zach and Michael for being very anti-fan service, as the cartoons are only then informed by Zach and Michael's personal tastes and what they feel is right for whatever given moment. During an interview with Variety, Zach Hadel said, "I don't think there's a single character or moment or joke we purposefully brought back for fan service. If anything, sometimes we try to piss the fans off in a fun way that's funny to us."
I'll be popping bottles, sparkles and champagne.
Conclusion. So yeah, Smiling Friends Season 3 is definitely different. The pacing is slower, the tone's a bit more reflective, and the humour leans more on character than chaos. But that's what makes it great. It's a show that's evolved without losing what made it special in the first place. The creators aren't afraid to experiment, to let the weirdness serve something deeper instead of just being loud for the sake of it. And honestly, that's rare, especially for an animated comedy that started off feeling like a fever dream. Season 3 feels like Smiling Friends is growing up. Still bizarre, still hilarious, but more confident than ever. It's proof that sometimes doing something different isn't about changing who you are. It's about finally becoming the version of yourself you were meant to be. Thanks for watching, and if you love Smiling Friends as much as I did this season, let me know your favourite moment down below. Until next time, keep smiling.
Sparkles and champagne.